In 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody.
You know, I really believe it's me. Maybe I shouldn't listen to myself.
So then don't. I'll tell you. Okay.
Wait, just unplug them in general. Get rid of them.
Oh, yours? Okay. Oh, but don't like. Oh,
Sorry.
No, because wait. Oh, frick.
Oh, what happened?
Toss them off the table. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. My name is Betsy.
And I'm Sid.
And we are
The
Twisted
Twisted
Podcast.
I love the smell of sewage when I'm doing my downward dog.
So you're not hearing myself.
You sound good. All right, guys. So welcome to episode 12. Anyways, so today's topic is
Wait, explain. Oh, wait. No, you go first.
is being optimistic about everything a good or bad thing? All right.
Oh, I'm wearing a hat.
Oh, yeah. So she's just gonna wear a hat.
Yeah.
Oh, because the last time we filmed, I'm over it. Okay, I'm over it. I put in the last episode. Every single time that Sid isn't honest about like saying a curse word, the following episode she's gonna have to repay whatever she however amount of times she cursed. At this point, I'm about to start putting like a count in the corner of every episode of the amount of times that Sid has cursed without saying anything.
I can't help it. I'm sly.
No. Anyways, okay. Do you think it's important to be optimistic?
Do you wear wigs? Sorry, that's what you reminded me of just now. Have you worn wigs?
No.
When will you wear wigs?
I don't know.
Do you wear wigs right now?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. Maybe. Do you think it's important to be optimistic in certain situations?
Yes. I feel like being optimistic in a certain situation that calls for it can make the situation better. But I also feel like sometimes being optimistic can make things worse because it's kind of annoying. Why are you being so jolly?
I feel like it is important to be optimistic in certain situations, more particularly in situations where no one else is being optimistic. Just because if everyone around you, in like whatever situation it is mad and upset and like depressed, you're supposed to join them? Like one person has to at least.
This is why we're I feel like we're opposites in this sense.
But one person has to at least be optimistic.
No, because if me and everyone else is upset and someone was just like, no guys, let's be nice. Come on, we gotta be good. We're gonna be great. That's why I took it.
That's not. I'm thinking about like a different type of situation.
What situation are you thinking about?
For example, let's say you break your foot.
Okay.
And everyone around you is like depressed because you're like an athlete or something. But the doctor is like, oh, but there's like a 50% chance that you could play sports again. But everyone else around you, yeah.
Oh, well, see, that's why I think
in certain situations. Exactly. Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. In specific situations, when everyone else around you is like all depressed and upset and is like thinking of like the bad side, sometimes it is important for you to maybe be the optimistic person. For example, in like the situation that I just said, if the doctor says a 50% chance and everybody else is like, oh no, like you're never going to play again, you're going to make this guy feel like he shouldn't keep like trying to like get better. Like he shouldn't be trying like go to therapy and do this and do that to possibly play sports again. So if everybody else is like, dang man, you can't play sports anymore. And he's also thinking, or she's also thinking that she can't play sports anymore, they're just going to give up.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be at least one optimistic person in that room. But in certain situations, being optimistic can be quite annoying.
Maybe that just says how I am as a person, but the first situation that came to mind was like me being mad and everyone else being mad, and then that one annoying person who was like, no guys, like we are great, we're gonna do great. Like no we aren't, we're not gonna do good, we're not. Like that. You ever have a situation where you just want to be mad? You want to be like, you just want to be mad. And there's this one person that just is like, no. That makes me more mad. Just let me be mad. It's to me, and maybe it comes in good heart. Maybe it comes from someone's like best intentions, but to me, it just seems I almost said something else. Condescending.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think it's specific aspects, specific times. There is a certain time to be optimistic, and there are certain times where you should not be optimistic. So now, going back to the title of this episode, is being optimistic about everything a good or bad thing?
It depends. No.
No,
it is
what?
Not a good thing.
No. So is it good or bad? No, just no.
It's not.
No.
It's not a good thing.
Okay.
In my opinion. Because it could be good in some aspects. Right. But also, sometimes it's annoying. And you just kind of seem like out of touch. Sorry.
So for personal like reference, I personally think that being optimistic about everything could be a bad thing, and the reason as to why is more like a bad thing towards oneself. For I'm just gonna use this as an example, not to be like sappy or like sad or anything. When my grandmother had cancer and was like on her final weeks, months of living, everybody was kind of at that point where they were like, oh, like let's just let her go, like it's like she's tired, like that she doesn't want to fight anymore, like this whole thing. And me being me, I think it's not even about being optimistic in my like situation. I think it was more about the fact that I didn't want to accept the fact that she wasn't gonna be around anymore. So I was like that one person that was like, oh, like if she keeps trying, like if she keeps like fighting for it, like I need her, like I wanted her to keep going. I wanted her to keep fighting. So, like, to my family, I was like, oh, but, like, what if she gets better? Like, you guys don't know. Like, why is she giving up already? Like, she has so much more time ahead of her. Like, why is she already giving up now? So I think it's, like, because, like, it's important to be optimistic, yes. But it's also important to prepare yourself for when you can no longer be optimistic. That's what I think it's more about. So it's like more of a bad thing towards oneself, because personally me, when my grandmother did pass away, you can't hear it in the track anyway.
Oh, okay, cool.
When my grandmother did pass away, I didn't fully prepare myself for her not being around anymore. So it really took a toll on my mental health when she did leave, because of the fact that I was so badly in denial. So I think if you're going to be optimistic, you have to prepare yourself for the worst case scenario. You can't be optimistic the whole time, because then when you can no longer be optimistic, it's all going to just come crashing down, and there's nothing that you can really do to help yourself in that moment, if that makes sense. But point is, being optimistic can be a bad thing towards oneself. But yeah, so it's important to be optimistic in certain situations, correct? But it is also important to not only prepare yourself for the worst case scenario if anything was to happen, but it's just important to prepare yourself for when you can no longer be optimistic in certain situations, because not everything is a moment where you can be optimistic.
I'm overheating, love. I'm overheating.
Can you think of a moment where you were optimistic? No.
No. Oh, wait.
Okay, actually, let me rephrase that. Can you think of a moment where you were or weren't optimistic? And then, like, say what it was, when, what, how, why.
I feel like I'm a pessimistic person, so I don't know. Is that the right opposite of optimistic? I feel like I used to be optimistic. Now I'm just pessimistic.
Okay.
I'm very pessimistic. Pessimistic.
I thought it was pessimistic. Like a pest? I don't know.
I don't know. I think that I used to be really I used to be optimistic, and now I'm just very pessimistic. I'm over with that word. I don't know. I can't speak. I'm sorry. Oh my God, she hates me. Look at that face. Oh my God. I used to be really optimistic, but now I'm not. But I wish I could be a person who looks on the brighter side of things when the situation calls for it, but I feel like recently in life, I'm just like the complete opposite. Over here looking at the webcam.
I was trying to make sure that I looked good in my glasses.
You always look good. I can't even hear it. Wait, why did I put the mic up to my ear to hear it? Why did I put the mic up to my ear to hear it?
Okay, as you were?
You're aura farming.
Why?
In those glasses, you're aura farming.
No, I just have unlimited aura. Okay, continue.
Oh my god.
Continue.
What's the question again?
Oh!
Oh my! Let me see. I think every single day I wake up, I'm not optimistic. Every single day.
That's why you have bad days.
Yeah.
Because you start off by ruining your own mood.
See, guys, but...
No, you can't defend that. It's like, what?
No, because I really try sometimes. I do try. And, like, the one time that I really tried, in specific, that just recently happened, I was, like, having a bad day. Like, a really bad day. And I just woke up. Let me tell you about it. Woke up, had... What?
It's out of my own memory. I'm going to say in a second.
I woke up any other day, watched a little bit of TV on my iPad. On my iPad. Sorry. I watched a little bit of TV on my iPad, ate a bagel, had some orange juice. Then I had somewhere to be, so I started to get ready, and I was really looking forward to wearing this one shirt. Okay, it was a really, really cute shirt. It has leopard print on it. It's a short sleeve shirt, fitted, cute, perfect moment. I was going to wear it, and I was going to wear it with some jeans to the place I was going, and I couldn't find it, okay? I couldn't find it. My room was a mess. That was my fault, but I couldn't find it. And it really did not do it for me. So I started, like, having a mental breakdown because I was going to be late to the place that I was supposed to be because I didn't wake up early enough and I was procrastinating, which is also on me. But when I, like, finally found the shirt, I was like, oh my God, amazing, perfect. It's going to be a good day now. Put on this shirt. I was wearing this new deodorant that I got. And it went all over the shirt. I had a breakdown. I literally had a mental breakdown over it. It was something so small. I just let it get to me because I feel like I was really anxious about the place that I was going, which is nothing new. But my anxiety was already through the charts, and that just, like, really did it for me. And I didn't wake up that day in a bad mood. I feel like that day I was actually, like, okay. But my anxiety, I don't know why, just, like, the shirt situation really, really threw everything off. And when I actually ended up getting dressed and put, like, another outfit on, I went to the place that I was going to go, had a full-blown panic attack there. Like, it was the worst panic attack I think I ever had in my entire life. Like, I felt like I was going to pass out. It was so bad. I couldn't, like, breathe. My knees were shaking. And I didn't start off the day bad. Like, I don't know. But as things went on, once it went bad, I was so, like, I just kept being bad. Like, I was not optimistic. After the shirt incident, I was not optimistic at all. I was like, well, I don't get to wear the shirt, so the rest of my day is going to be awful. And it was awful. But maybe it was because I made it awful, but also maybe my body was just like, no, this is a bad day. Like, this, you need a break or something. I don't know. Maybe it was time for my body to have a break, and I really can never tell when my body needs a break. I kind of just keep going, and I kind of function through it, but not really. But enough that I can get done what I need to get done. But other things, not so much. But I think that day my body was just like, it was pessimistic along with my entire being. So I wanted to be optimistic for a very short moment, then walked out the door and Maron, I was not doing that good. I was not doing that good, but yeah. So I was very not optimistic. Maybe if I wasn't so, like, down after that, like, maybe if I was optimistic, It could have made the day a little bit better. Maybe I wouldn't have had that panic attack. But who knows? I did, so hate to see it.
Getting deodorant on shirts is like the worst thing ever.
It was the cherry on like I was already having so like you know you really shouldn't do this, but I was already basing that day off the week that I had. And I was like, I woke up that day and I was like, okay, like maybe we'll actually have a good day. But the moment it started going downhill, I was like, that's it. It's gonna be like every other day, it's gonna be awful. Getting the deodorant on the shirt, like that was just the final straw. And usually I could get like the deodorant off from the shirt because once like a life hack that I learned a few years ago working my first ever job, if you get at the inside of a sock and you like brush it over the shirt, most of the time it will come right off. It'll come right off, right? But this specific the specific deodorant that I had, it would not come off. It was like sticky and it was white and it was like all over my shirt and it wouldn't come off. It literally would not come off. And I was like, I don't even know if this is going to come off my shirt ever. Like, I don't even know if it's going to come off, period. Because it was just like on there so badly. And I was like, well, now my favorite shirt's ruined. I never got to wear it. It was just a very bad time. It was not being optimistic at all. So what's new?
I think it's just going right back. When my dog also got sick, I was very, very optimistic about him getting better. Because like I said, partially because I was also in denial. And I didn't prepare myself as well for the fact that he just wasn't going to be okay. Because I was like, oh, he's going to be fine. And when it came down to like the final, hey, there's nothing else we could do for him, I like kept like trying to think of like different things I could possibly do to make him get better, because my dog was my world. One of the main reasons as to why I kept going every day despite like the issues I had in like middle school. I think it just had a lot to do with that, like the fact that I just didn't want him to go because I wasn't ready. So I was like very optimistic about the whole thing, like, oh, he's gonna be okay, like if I just do this, if I do that, if I give him fluids, if I give him medicine, like if I force him to eat, like he'll be okay. So when it actually came down to him passing away the night that he did, it really, really, really came down on me, and I felt like I was like trapped, like I was suffocating because I didn't prepare for myself for the moment I could no longer be optimistic. So I think that was the time I was optimistic, which was like not good timing because I genuinely should not have been optimistic because he was very, very sick and it was like progressing really rapidly. So that's the time I was optimistic that I probably should not have been. I don't think I'm a very optimistic person either. I'm optimistic on certain situations, for example, like that, because I was also in denial. But I feel like when I wake up, like I just don't want to be here. Like it's like I'm not, when I wake up, I'm not like, oh my God, what a joyful day. No. And when I did try being optimistic in a certain place, right, it got shut down so quickly because I was told that I was way too energetic.
They're gonna catch these hands. Ooh.
Oh my God, what cat took a dookie outside our window again? Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Are you sure isn't my coffee breath?
Girl, your coffee breath would smell like coffee. Here are a few situations I'm going to name, and we're going to say whether we would be optimistic or not optimistic in these times. So, the first one is a family member is in the hospital. Would you be optimistic or not optimistic?
Why are they in the hospital? At first, yeah, probably.
Yes, I would be optimistic if my family member was in the hospital. Your friend has a test and is nervous they'll fail.
Optimistic. Why are you doubting yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, also, like, if you studied, why are you nervous? Babe, you got this.
See, true. I mean, I get sometimes people blank. I used to do that a lot when I used to take tests. I used to, like, read over the material, and then when I get there, I'd be, like, blank. If you go in with the attitude,
you got it. If you believe you can do it, you can do it. Delulu is a Delulu, guys. Mm-hmm. You broke your phone and have to get it fixed.
I'm mad as heck. That was close. That was close. I'm mad. I'm not happy. Who would be happy? Or look on the bright side of it.
Yeah, I think I would be like, I wouldn't be mad. I think I'd be more annoyed. Like, what if it wasn't your fault? What if someone else broke your phone and you have to get it fixed?
Oh, sorry. I actually have a story. One time, when I was in 7th grade, this guy who's like was kind of popular and all.
Continue.
No, I can't. I can't. So when I was in 7th grade, there was this guy, and he was kind of like popular. He was also the kind of... Oh my God, you like look so pretty.
Oh, you scared me.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just got like, oh my God, I got like nervous.
Oh,
Lord. So I was in 7th grade, and there was this guy. He was kind of popular, but he was also the kind of guy that would like be rude to the girls and think he was like him. He really thought he was him. And there was this one girl in my grade, and I remember it like any other day. I was literally sitting in my geography class, and the reason why it just stuck with me for so many years is because of how it played out, but mostly because of how the girl reacted. I was like, apparently he was like joking with her, and she was like, I think she might have been like he was closing her locker and like, or something like that, like swinging her locker door around, and we had like half lockers, like it wasn't a full locker.
Oh, it was like the top and bottom.
The top and bottom, and she was in the bottom locker. She had her phone, and he was messing around with her, and somehow her phone got caught in between the thing, and he slammed the door, and her phone literally bent. Like it was so like hardly slammed in between the crevice of the frame of the locker door that it literally, like, it was almost in half. Like, it was so bad. And she came in sobbing. Like, actually, like, her face was red. She was snot, tears, crying. Like, I felt so bad for this girl. She's, like, holding her phone in her hand. And the kid literally, like, broke her phone. Like, it was almost in half. And he was like, I didn't mean to do it. Like, whatever, you know, like the classic, like not taking accountability for your actions. And men, are we surprised? No. She was sobbing. I'll never forget that because the look of her phone, like I've never seen an iPhone bent like that. It was crazy. And I'm like, I don't even think you could be optimistic in that situation. She just got her phone bent in half by a little guy. And not a little guy. Like, oh, a little guy. Like a little guy. You know?
That kind of reminds me of... My sister, like, took her phone to a friend's house, and we were, like, at our pool, and she broke my sister's phone and then, like, wouldn't admit to it because, like, my sister had let her borrow her phone, and she was like, no, like, I didn't break it. Like, it wasn't me. And my sister was like, well, I didn't break it. My sister didn't break it. Mm-hmm. Who last had it? You broke my phone. And my sister was like, are you going to, like, pay for my phone? Like, because my dad's not going to buy me a new one. You broke it. And then we went home. My dad was, like, mad. He was like, are you serious? Why would you let anyone touch your phone? Like, get your phone.
So what, did she get a new phone?
No, I think she had that phone for, like, maybe, like, 2 months, and it would, like, turn off and on, like, whenever she was, like, using it.
How do you break the phone that badly?
I don't even know. And then, like, I think, like, 2 months later, my dad was like, well, let's go see if we can get it fixed. They couldn't fix it, so she ended up getting a new one. About your future.
Oh, I think that's something that everyone should be optimistic about. I know I'm trying to be optimistic about my future, but I feel like in certain situations, it's hard to be optimistic, but I feel like if you put the energy in the air that your future is going nowhere and it's going to be bad, then I feel like that's kind of a just always thinking the worst of something that you don't even know is like yet.
So you don't have to clock my tea like that.
I'm just being serious.
I'm so not optimistic about my future. Like, I think since I was younger, I didn't think I'd have a future. So yeah, I think I wasn't, like, optimistic about my future for, like, my whole life. There were certain situations where I was optimistic. For example, starting our podcast. I was like, ah! Like, just certain situations I was optimistic about. But would I say I was, like, always optimistic about my future? Heck no. I didn't even think I was going to have one. Okay? I was, like, 8 years old. Like, it's okay. I'm not going to go to middle school. I made it to middle school.
No, I agree.
So, you know, like, I think it just, like, depended on the situation. Because, like, when me and Sid decided to start the podcast, I was optimistic. I was not playing. I was like, we got to get this done.
I have a situation. Something that I was optimistic about was today when Betsy walked into our podcast room and there
guys.
And there was okay, guys. So, I'm not going to lie. I do have a bad habit of, like, pushing stuff aside. I'm a procrastination type of person. It is something that I struggle with, and I will fully say that I'm not even going to blame it on anything else. I always been like that. I'm trying to work past it, but at the end of the day, sometimes I fall in the cracks, and I shove stuff in the podcast room, right? But it's been a certain rotation of things, okay? It's a certain rotation of things.
Guys, no, don't even listen to her because there's things that have been in this podcast room for months, okay? And every time I come, there's like a new addition added on top of it, okay? Like there'll be like 2 shirts I didn't see last week. It's because like I didn't want them in my room.
Oh my gosh.
Them in this room
no.
either.
Oh my god. Literally no, because they're all clothes that I'm donating, right? Okay, because they don't fit me anymore.
So
I have
why are
to,
they stacked up on a pile on a chair?
because I don't have
No.
time to bring it to the Plato's closet.
You have so many TJ Maxx bags. Fold the clothes and put it in there. Fold the clothes and put them in there. Listen.
No, like, so basically, there was this top of a vanity, right? Beautiful, literally gorgeous vanity top. That is vintage. Love it. I want it in my room.
Right. So then why is it in the podcast room?
Cause where else am I gonna put it for right now? There's 3 things. There's a chair with bags on it. There used to be 2 chairs. You took
And
one.
clothes. Yeah, of course I did.
And yeah, obviously, like.
Now I can like
But then there's a tiny clothing rack.
tiny. It takes up more than half of the space. It's the size of my pillow.
It's not mine. It's not mine though. But and now there's the vanity. And Betsy came in and she was like,
I like walked right back out.
well,
And I was like, and I was like,
I was gonna say with the Erica Kirk stare. You were like, oh my god, ew.
help me.
But then because Betsy's like the queen of like, you know what? I feel like you're literally like I feel like you're kind of like my dad in some situations, because if my dad were to see like something like that, he'd be like, well, then we're throwing the whole thing away.
Bro, I think it's because I literally grew up in a family of hoarders who refuse to admit the fact that they're hoarders. We have like Tupperwares in our drawers that don't even have lids, that haven't had lids for like 2, 3, 4 years.
And they want to keep them.
And they refuse to throw them away. I'm like, bro, I buy new Tupperware so we can throw away. They're like, but if you throw some throw it away! Oh my god, I can't. Like, I hate when so many things take up space when they don't need to. Like, it just irks me so bad. And it also probably has to do with like the fact that I'm like a neat freak, and I hate when things are messy, and I hate when things are like cluttered. I hate clutter. It's so annoying. It irritates me and it irks me. It's like a pet peeve of mine, okay? So when things that do not need to be there, that can easily be donated or thrown away, and people will be like, but I didn't have time. Make time! Make time! And it also has to do with my family. Because why are we keeping Tupperware that is like 10 years old with no lid that we're never going to find a lid to because we've cleaned out the whole house and it hasn't shown up yet? We brought it from the old house and still didn't find the lid.
So there was like the few items in here.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh.
And basically, the podcast room
is going to be no more.
Is going to be no more. Now, guys, we're not stopping the podcast, obviously.
Nope.
But Betsy walked in here, saw one new addition, and was like, yep, we're packing it up. We're packing it up. I was laying in my bed, like halfway asleep. Fig. I was laying in my bed, half asleep, wrapped in my sheets, Faye's rug video on.
No, I turned it off by then.
Oh, yeah. Because she bursted into my room, turned off my Faye's rug video.
Guys, that's because I texted her 3 times and she didn't respond.
I was sleeping. Immediately, it was like, no, we're cleaning it up right now. Nope, we're wrapping it up. We're not. Mind you, the reason why she came over, in her words, the reason why she came over was to film, not to see me because she doesn't love me. I'm not her best friend.
See, now she's just adding things in my mouth because I literally never said that. I said I came over to film, and she said, you didn't come over to see me?
Yeah. No,
I said, no, I came over to see you and to film. We literally talked about this. We said, and I quote, we both agreed when we started this that every single weekend I would sleep over so we could film. Not to hang out, so we could film.
And that's what I plan to do, but it would
exactly.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice to hear, Sid, you're amazing and I love everything about you and you're the most best friend in my whole world, and I would literally cry if you weren't here.
You know I don't express myself like
that. But yeah.
So yeah. So what?
And I told her no. And I
annoyed.
told her no. I was optimistic. I said, no, we're not doing that. We're not packing up the podcast room just because there's one new addition in there. The concept of like getting like really, really like excited or having the people around you be excited for your 21st birthday in America because you can legally drink is just like so lost upon me. And I'm not saying that because I don't drink. Oh, actually, I don't drink.
That was an anxiety pen.
No.
That was an anxiety pen.
I lied. I don't do that. But it's just kind of like, why is it so
important?
Yeah. Like, for example, vacation. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't really get it. Like,
Because I'm not saying I don't like doing it. That's great. Like, now I don't have to, like, you know, like, I could, like, do it, like, first sip or whatever. But, like, it's just not that, like, you know what I mean? It's just the concept of making the entire thing about it is kind of lost on me.
Yeah, I don't really get the excitement. I can't drink in general anymore. Well,
Yeah.
in general. It was an anxiety pen.
She can't either. She's not allowed. Neither am I. I never done it in my whole life.
Never. You're playing in a competition. Optimistic.
Optimistic.
Because you want to try your best and your hardest, so you got to be optimistic.
Definitely.
Optimistic or not optimistic, you have to move away from your hometown. Not optimistic. I would be very sad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bittersweet.
it depends. Do I like my hometown?
No.
If I don't, then I'd be optimistic. If I do like my hometown, I'd be very not optimistic. I'd be very sad.
I feel like it's a bittersweet moment. It's sweet, but it's also bitter.
You have to take your pet to the vet. Not optimistic.
Not optimistic.
I would be trying to prepare myself for the worst thing possible because when a pet is sick, they're like your child.
Mm-hmm.
Well, certain people, for example, me and Sid, our pets are our kids. That is my kid. So if I have to take my kid to the hospital,
That's scary.
that is scary. I'm gonna have to prepare myself for the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
My pet is sick. I'm gonna have to prepare myself for what the possibilities could be. There's endless possibilities. There's so many diseases out there.
I never think it's bad to prepare yourself too.
Exactly. I clearly didn't understand that back then.
We grow.
We grow. When is a good time to be optimistic?
When your best friend comes into your room after you were just finishing watching a face rug video and you were sleeping in your bed like, shoo, me. And then she comes in, she's like, no, we're packing up our podcast room. That's when you'll be optimistic.
The cameras. Okay, not that fast. I can't screenshot that fast.
I can never do it.
Hold on, why is my head blinking?
Oh!
As she came in through the window, what's the sound of a crescendo? So, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Looking out.
See that girl.
See that. Guys, we're not making fun of Michael Jackson. I actually love Michael
I'm
Jackson.
being so for real. See that girl. See, I can't even hit it.
If they say why? Tell him that it's human nature. Why does he do me that? See that girl.
Yeah, that was a good one. I feel like I know the lyrics to this one because I used to I was really obsessed with Smooth Criminal growing up.
As he came into the window, it was the sound of a crescendo. He came into her apartment. He left the bloodstains on the carpet. She went underneath the table. You can see she was unable. So she went into the bedroom. She was struck down. It was her doom. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the color on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? They told them, don't you ever come around here. Don't want to see your face, you better disappear. The fire's in their eyes and their words are really clear. So beat it. Just beat it. You better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be a macho man. You wanna be tough, better do what you can. So beat it.
You'll never make me stay, so take your weight off of me. I know your every move, so won't you just let me be? I've been here times before, but I was too blind to see that you seduce every man. This time you won't seduce me. She's saying that's okay. Hey baby, do what you please. I have the stuff that you want. I am the thing that you need. She looked me dead in the eyes. She's touching me so to start. She says there's no turning back. She trapped me in her heart. Dirty Diana. No. Dirty Diana. No. Dirty Diana. No. Dirty Diana. Let me be.
Skinhead, deadhead, everybody got mad. Situation, aggravation, everybody, allegation in the suite, on the news, everybody, dog food, bang bang, shock dead, everybody's gone mad. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I'm a victim of police brutality. No. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Betsy.
And I'm Sid.
And we are the Twisted
Podcast.
Podcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye.